everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Charmaine, and I like to talk about books, unbox subscription boxes, and generally just have a good time. So if you're in for any of that, please consider subscribing. And today, we're doing the book club review for Hunting Prince Dracula. So it says on the back here, a man impaled by a sharp wooden stake, a young chambermaid drained of her blood. They say it's Prince Dracula arisen from the dead. I say it's the living, not the dead, that we should fear the most. So I'm going to tell you, last month we read Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie, last name I can't pronounce, so I don't try, as well. And it was amazing. And then I read this one. This one's even better. I gave the last one, I think, a 10 out of 10. I'm giving this one like a 12 out of 10. I don't know. It was amazing. It was so good. You can see I use my little tabs to keep track. Like, this is a death. This is a suspect. This is a clue. This is a quote. That kind of thing. Amazing. So good. And no, I did not guess who the killer was. Just so you guys know, this is a book review. We're going to be talking about the book. We will be discussing who the killer is. So there is spoilers in advance in this review. I remembered. See, Barbara? I got it this time, Barbara. Yeah, Barbara was like, maybe you should tell people that there's spoilers. Then I was like, yeah, that's probably true. So yes, there is spoilers coming ahead, but please continue to watch if you want to. So yeah, the questions are for number one. I'm just going to start, I'm going to jump into it. Oh, just so you know, I'm in book club with my friend Taylor Marie, so if you haven't checked out her channel yet, please do. She is also going to be linked in the description box so that I can see what her answers are, and you can too. I'm so pumped to hear what she thinks about this book because it was amazing! I already started the third one. Like, it was so good that I was like, okay, I'm just going to read the third one right now. So the first question is, what did you think about the setting of Hunting Prince Dracula? And do you think that Carrie described it well? It was amazing! They were at the Bram Stoker castle, oh my gosh, but it's not like the Vlad the Impaler's castle. That's where they were. So that's where the book was, and there was like a little town down, and it was in the winter, and there was wolves and trees, and like she's describing the castle, and like the creepy artwork that was in the castle. So good. When I read books, I like picture like a movie in my head. So it was amazing, and also kind of terrifying, and I did not read it late at night. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm kind of afraid of cats, so good. I really enjoyed it. What did you guys think? If you read the book, did you think the description of the castle was awesome? Because I did. I thought it was neat. And they rode the Orient Express train to get there, which I also thought was cool. Like, I didn't know, like, is that a real thing? Because I thought it was just a movie. Somebody let me know. Number two is, how do you think that Audrey, Rose, and Thomas changed since the first book? And what do you think of their relationship? So I think that Thomas got like a lot more protective of Audrey, which is kind of understandable because of like what happened to her in the first one. But I think that she grew up a little bit. Like, she stopped being just like the 17-year-old girl who was like, fancy stuff, that kind of thing. Like, I mean, she does, like, she wants to have a career, but she also does like she likes girly stuff. She likes this yellow dress in the book and stuff like that. I mean, she is still female. She's still a girl. She's still gonna like the pretty stuff. Not that all females do, but like, I mean, she does. So that's kind of neat. And I think that she got a little bit more of a backbone because of what happened to her in the first book and like what happened with her. She did, however, like have like PTSD really badly. She doesn't describe it like that in the book, but that's 100% what it is, because she has like hallucinations and stuff, and which is understandable because of, if you read the first book at the end, which if you did not read the first book, it's amazing. But at the first book at the end, it kind of makes sense why she would have PTSD, because it was terrifying. And yeah, Thomas, I think, got a little bit more protective of her and kind of a little sloppy. Like, not like sloppy, I don't know how to explain it. Like, not sloppy like the way that he's dressed, but like sloppy in like his attitude and like kind of like how he treats her and like saying the wrong thing at the wrong time and stuff like that. Like, he was just a little bit, it's like his overprotect. I think he was in love, like he's in love with her. So I think that his in love with her part was being like extra protective. So then he was doing like stupid stuff, like telling the professor that she couldn't handle being at the school, because they're at a school to learn how to be like coroners. Number three is, what part of the book stood out to you the most and why? That would be who the killer was. And yeah. Also the village, and like the first time that they followed, there was like the prince's cousin, when they followed him down to the village, the way that they were describing the village, and like, I kind of want to see that village. It would kind of be neat, because it was like little shops and little houses, but it was like a really well-kept kind of village, and so I kind of want to see that. What plot line unfolded the way you did the plot line unfold the way you expected, and would you change anything? It did not unfold the way I expected at all. I thought I knew who the killer was. I stopped annotating because I was like, oh, that's it. It was not him. Nuh-uh. If you read the book, you know it's not him. So yeah, I got here and I was like, oh, I know who the killer is. I even posted that on my community tab. I was like, I know who the killer is. I figured it out. I figured it out. No, I didn't. I wasn't even close. Honestly. See, but it's good though, because like I'm not good at books like that. So like, I mean, at least I thought that I had figured out who the killer was, but no, I wasn't even close. So good for me for not knowing who it was. I am so pumped. Like if you guys figured out who the killer was, can you please tell me how you knew? Please. Like what part set it off where you knew who it was? Because I honestly don't think that there's a way that you could have known. I don't think that there's a way that you could have known. Okay. Number 5 is... Did I even mention, like, the plot line? No, I just got distracted, right? The plot line didn't unfold the way I expected, like, at all, because, like, there was a major change when the person who's the killer came back. And would I change anything? No, because I thought it was fantastic. Like, I love this book. Honestly, 10 out of 10. 12 out of 10. Like, 5 stars. 6 stars. I don't know. I don't know how you rate books, but whatever way you rate them, I'm going above it. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, number 6. Oh no, number 5. Did you have any favorite quotes? And yes, I did. And I marked them with these purple things. That's my purple quote sparks. Also, I got these from the Cozy Nook box. These little tabby things. Amazing. Very happy with them. Okay, so I'm going to go to the quote here, which I don't actually know if it was a quote. Yes, it is. Okay, so here it says, most men would have them... Oh, wait. Most men have looked at them as if they were wrong for acting out on their love. False. Naturally, society at large is stagely obtuse. Staggeringly obtuse. If one simply looks to others for their opinions, they lose the ability to critically think for themselves. Progress would never be made if everyone appeared and thought and loved in the same manner. So, Thomas's sister is gay, and she's dating, like one of the maids from the house. And that's how, this is what he's describing, is like, he's hoping that in the future that people who are gay who will be able to love who they love, and it won't be like such a societal thing. Number 1 favorite quote of all time, and that's true. Society thinks that they can say whatever they want about everybody else's thing, and they should just, like, everybody should listen to their opinion when they're wrong. You should just let people do what they want to do if they're not hurting anybody. That's a thing. So yeah, that was my favorite quote, and I thought it was amazing. Number 6 is, did the book spook you or get on your skin in any way? Oh my gosh, so many times. So many times. I just threw my book thing. Like, honestly, so many times. The blood was drained out of the thing. The guy, and like, they're doing like the autopsy. And then there was like a bat cave. And then there was like a spider cave. And then there was like, her friend was dead. And I was just like, this book is gross. Like, it was good, very descriptive. But like, it's somebody who sees like a movie in her mind. Gross. Like, so good, so gross. Yeah, this Carrie, after I'm done reading like this series by her, homegirl's gonna get all of this stuff because like, she is good at her job. Yeah, so it was very good and very gross and very disturbing a couple of times. And like super creepy because there was like hidden hallways like in the castle. And I just kept thinking, like, once I knew that the hidden hallways were there, it was like, somebody's gonna jump out. She's gonna walk by, they're gonna jump out, they're gonna grab her. That's how it's gonna happen. I was off on a lot of this book. Number 7 is, did you suspect who was responsible for the murders? Okay, here's the major spoiler. The murder was a lady. It was Anastasia. And no, because she had technically been killed in the bat cave before. So she had been killed. Her face had been like torn apart by bats. They did an autopsy on her. Everybody thought that she was dead. There's no way that you could have known that that was the killer. I mean, if you did know, good on you, because like, wow, you should be like a detective or something. Because like, honestly, I could not figure that out at all. It was amazing. Also, I was very mad at her. She's like, okay, so Thomas is like Vlad the Impaler's like great grandson or something like that. I don't know. He's like a long lost relative kind of thing like that. So he's like the Prince Dracula that they're hunting kind of thing, but not really, because there's like another prince there who's Prince Nikolai, and everybody thinks that he's like the descendant of Dracula kind of thing. But she is the descendant of the Countess of Bathory. I think that's what her name was. Elizabeth Bathory? Was it Elizabeth Bathory? Anyway, she also killed like a whole bunch of people, and she like took baths in their blood. Yeah, this is a kind of a gross chat, so maybe I'm gonna put a little disclaimer at the front, but I probably won't because I didn't film that part. So like, I'll try and put it in the description box or like in the title. Might get a little gross. I'll put one of these. Might get a little gross. But yeah, so she's the Countess's like relative, like long lost relative or heir or whatever. And she decides that because he's like Prince Dracula's kid and, well, not kid, but like descendant. That's the word I was looking for. And she's the Countess's descendant, that they should get together and have kids and go on like a bloody reigning terror of stuff and be gross. And he's like, ew. And she comes out of a bloody bathtub, like the Countess de Bathory. So, no, gross. That part was also gross. Did the book spook you in any way? Yes. It was terrifying for some of it. There was spiders and bats. Also, I thought it was the teacher. There was a teacher. Can I see it in here even? I thought it was the teacher. There was a teacher named Radu, and I totally thought that it was him. He had been with the castle for a long time. His caretakers were like his family was the caretaker of the castle. I totally thought it was him. He went out and shot at the wolves and like saved them and just like went back to eating his stew, and he was like scatterbrained and like he was like all over the place, and he knew like every single legend and like all of this stuff because like mythology was his class. I totally thought it was him. Who did you guys think it was? Please tell me if you didn't know that it was Anastasia. I think that was her name, yeah. Number 8. How do you feel about the ending of the book, and would you have changed anything? It was amazing. It was amazing. They're at a party. Thomas is back with his sister. I can't pronounce her name because it was like fancy, but I can't pronounce it. He was back with his sister. They're going to have a party. Her uncle shows up and is like, there's a crime in America. We have to go. We're sailing on this boat. And it's like kind of like the Titanic, but it's like called something else, but I can't say it either. So yeah, they're going to go on a boat, and that's what happens in Escaping Houdini is they like, it's the start of the cruise ship kind of thing. So yeah, it was amazing. She did not get into the school, surprise, surprise, because like the headmaster guy did not like her. Like, not because of the fact that she was a woman, but because of the fact that every time he was like, stay in your room and don't do something, she was like, no. And then she went and just like did stuff that she shouldn't have been doing, and she kept like almost dying. Like actually truthful. She's, you know, disobeying, that's what she was doing. But yeah, amazing book. Please tell me what you think about the book. I am so excited that you're here. I don't know how long this video is. This might be a long one. Like, I feel as though I was talking a lot. My throat hurts a little bit. Here we are. But yeah, so let me know what you think about the book. It was so good. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. There is the book video choice in my description box. There's like a poll down there. So make sure that you check out, or not my description box, my community tab. So make sure that you check out my community tab and vote on next month's book, because we'll be telling you guys that next Thursday. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for today. Thank you so much for being part of book club. Thank you so much for listening to me babble that entire time, because that was probably a lot, and I don't know. I enjoyed it though. Please like this video and check out my description box for other content creators. Please make sure that you go over and check out Taylor's video. I cannot wait to hear what she says about this book. When I'm filming this, I don't think that she's read it yet. So I can't even say to her, like, did you read this part yet? Did you know about this part? Like, we don't actually talk about books like club outside of book club. It's like Fight Club, except for we just like talk about it on here instead and like don't get physically violent with each other. But yeah, so it's kind of a cool thing. I'm really enjoying book club. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys so much for spending a couple of minutes of your day with me today. I do really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!